The message.
Yeah. Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, under the lights.
Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. I'm your host, Big Mike. And if you're listening on Apple, Google, or Spotify right now, I appreciate you and I thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, I appreciate you and I thank you as well. You understand? Make sure you go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, hit the share button, share with your friends, tell them all about it. You know what I mean? All your sports heads, all the sports junkies like me, you feel me? Tell them all about Under the Lights so they can continue to be up to date with all things Under the Lights. You understand? Now, I know my partner Jordan, my co-host Jordan, he not here today. You know what I mean? He might be able to peek in. He might not be able to, you feel me? But until then, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and rock this joint out, and I'm going to holler at y'all. You understand me? Now, y'all know that we're here to talk sports. We're here to talk sports. That's what we do on a daily basis. It's crazy because anytime I don't just talk sports on here. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers I found myself on Instagram one day just arguing with niggas for like an hour or two, debating, going back and forth. You just get into that zone, man. And I had time that day. I had time. You feel me? I ain't had nothing going on, nothing. So I was on that motherfucker, man, just going back and forth with dudes. I mean, dudes from everywhere. They be hitting me up, cussing me out, calling me bitch ass niggas, all of that shit, man. That shit really be funny. That shit don't affect me at all. You feel me? That just mean that they watching, they listening. You know what I mean? And it's cool. You know what I mean? So there's a couple of them, they subscribe now. They hit me up in my DM, said, hey, bro, you talk that shit, man. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to be watching. So shout out to y'all that hit me up in my DM, you know what I mean, Under the Lights on Instagram, _ Under the Lights. And just keep watching, man. Y'all like, follow, keep sharing this shit too. You feel me? So listen, we live on YouTube right now. And we're going to talk sports, and that's what we do. So we got basketball going on, you know what I mean? The NBA Finals is going on. The WNBA is going on. You know what I mean? You know, we got football topics too. You know what I mean? So I just want to holler at y'all for a little while. So first I want to talk about this. We're going to start with the WNBA because the best player in the world, you know what I mean, in my eyes, the Las Vegas Aces superstar A'ja Wilson now has 8 straight 25-point games, you know what I mean, which is the most in WNBA history. How impressive is this feat for A'ja Wilson? Listen, it's a very impressive feat for A'ja Wilson, considering so the WNBA has been around 28 years this year. 28 years they've been around, and it hasn't been done. It's never been done. You feel me? Before that, it was held by Tina Charles. You know what I mean? She's a hooper out of UConn. This was in 2021, and at that season she was 23-10. Yeah, 23-10. That was her stat line, and you know. She has 7 straight games of 25-point games. Now you got A'ja Wilson. She bumped it up to 8, and it's a great feat. You understand? Like she's 28 points a game, 28.6 points a game, 11.7 rebounds a game, 2.6 blocks a game. You feel me? I mean, she's doing her thing. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, back-to-back WNBA current back-to-back WNBA champions, a WNBA Finals MVP, a WNBA MVP. You know what I mean? She just keep doing great things. If you haven't watched A'ja Wilson with the Las Vegas Aces, that's box office. That's box office shit, and she's earning her shit. Ain't nobody giving her nothing. You feel me? One thing we know, we ain't giving black folks nothing. You're not going to give them anything. You feel me? So I just want to give A'ja Wilson her flowers right now. I don't know if people talking about it on, you know, other shows or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You know what I mean? But just want to give A'ja Wilson her flowers if nobody else is. You know what I mean? She's doing a fantastic job. You know what I mean? And also shout to Angel Reese too. Shout to Angel Reese. She's the first rookie with 100 rebounds and 100 points this season. And Angel Reese is 12 points a game, 9.6 boards a game. That's the Angel Reese stat line. Did she average more in college? Yeah, but she's in double digits now still. You know what I mean? Almost double digit. 9.6 rebounds. That's 10 rebounds. But you know what it is, man. Her post moves is getting better. You see all the videos that you see, the few videos that she does have out there on social media, and she's working on post moves. She's implementing that into the games. I'm watching, and she's implementing those post moves that she works on in practice and training into the game. She's going to continue to get better. You know what I mean? And the 12 points, rookie, you know what I mean? I think she was 18 at LSU. You feel me? So I think she'll continue to get better. She'll bump that up next season, probably to 14, 15. Even this season, she could take it up to 13, 14 games, 14 points a game. You feel me? So shout out to Asia Wilson, doing great things, giving her flowers. You know what I mean? And shout to Angel Reese as well. You know what I mean? The WNBA, it's being led by more than just one player. It's been led by more than one player. You know what I mean? We ain't got to get deep into that shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's led by more than one player. You feel me? So, and Asia Wilson is the best player in the world, and she's earned everything that she's done. So, shout out to Asia Wilson, man. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Now, we're going to transition to the NBA. We know the NBA Finals is going on, right? The NBA Finals is going on, and we know Boston is up 3-0 against Dallas, you feel me? But Jason Tatum was in an interview, post-game interview after game 3, and he was asked the question, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let you hear what the question was asked, and I'm going to let you hear his response. Check it out.
Obviously, it'd be cool enough to hang an 18th banner. I get that's the bigger thing, but there's never been a Celtic team ever with a better playoff record than what you guys have to this point. You guys have a chance to be second all time, and I mean, it's like the 86 team went 82-18. You guys could be 2 games away from that as like the second best Celtic team ever in terms of record. How much more would that add to it when you think of all that this franchise has done? You guys could be at the top of a whole lot of lists in that record book.
I didn't know that. That would be really cool. But you know, you guys probably would say we didn't play anybody to get here, so we just have to do it again next year.
That's what he said. That was his response. You feel me? So with him saying that, you know, we'll probably say they didn't play anybody and things like that, and we got to do it again next year. You know, have the Celtics had the easiest road to an NBA title, and is it a must they do it again next season to be respected? Bro, let's keep it all the way 100. They haven't played anybody. So let me get this straight. We all watch basketball, especially playoffs. You feel me? Okay. First round last year, they had the Miami Heat. No, I'm not first round. I'm sorry. So first round this year, they had Miami Heat this year. Did Jimmy Butler play? I call him the boogeyman. I call Jimmy Butler the boogeyman against the Boston Celtics. We seen Jimmy Butler and co. without Tyler Hero last year go up 3-0 against Boston. Boston wins 3 games, and then Miami closes it out, and they go to the finals. They didn't run into Jimmy Butler this season. They didn't. And they got a guy named Terry Rozier as well, who's also a bucket getter. He didn't step on the floor as well. So you dodged that bullet. That's one bullet you dodged. Don't act like Miami is not the boogeyman team for you as well, because in Miami, you're going to play defense. And when we see teams that play defense against Boston Celtics, they can be had. They can be had just like they could have been had in the first round, in the Eastern Conference Finals against the motherfucking Pacers this year. That's the fact. If Casper the Friendly Ghost wouldn't have jumped out of nowhere and stole the ball from Tyrese Halliburton with 30 seconds left to go, we could be having a different conversation. That series could have easily been 3-1. If you was watching that Pacers-Celtics series, that series could have easily been 3-1. But it was just the young mistakes from the Pacers. Nembhard at the end of the game, going into a crowd of people, turning the ball over. Not having Siakam with the ball in his hands. Even though Nembhard was cooking at the end of the game, get it in the vet's hands. They was on the ropes the whole time, and Tyrese Halliburton missed 2 straight games. 2 games in a row. They can be had. Aaron Nesmith, like I said before, came out here and said before, he did a hell of a job on Jason Tatum. Hell of a job. And when he was on him, he didn't get no money. He was standing in the fucking corner and shit. See, like I always mention on this show, my little brother, it talked my ear off about Jason Tatum. So when I watch the Celtics play, obviously I'm watching the whole game, right? I got both eyes right here on Jason Tatum, but my third eye's on his ass too. I know everything you do. Everything. I know everything Jason Tatum does because my third eye is on him. I got 3 eyes on his ass all the time because the motherfuckers is always in my ear about him. You feel me? So they can be had, bro. You didn't run into Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier in the first round. And then you play against the Cavaliers. They get a game off of you. Donovan Mitchell misses 2 straight games. And keep in mind, they big man, Jared Allen, that's points, rebounds, defense, the changing shots, everything, transition buckets, throwing the oop, set screens. He is humongous for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He didn't step foot on the court at all whatsoever. You feel me? So you die, even if you would have beat them, I think maybe they would have beat them. Well, hell, we said the same thing about them, against Miami last year. They were supposed to beat them going into that series, but whatever, you know what I mean? But he didn't step on the floor. So they got a game off of you without him, with Donovan Mitchell healthy. We don't know how the rest of the series could have played out, especially if they would have had Jared Allen for the whole goddamn series. So you dodged that second bullet. You in a shootout, you're dodging every motherfucking thing. You ain't getting hit at all in the shootout, nigga. You feel me? And then, like I said, you go against the Pacers. They're a way better team than the Pacers. You feel me? And then Tyrese Halliburton misses 2 games as well in a row. And then when you get to Dallas in the finals, this is what I said about the Dallas Mavericks. This Dallas Mavericks run right here reminds me of the 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James. Even though he has, a Kyrie with him, to start this series, Kyrie was playing like one of those guys, that was in Cleveland back in the day. That's what he was playing like. He wasn't playing like Kyrie Irving. You understand me? He had one good game in game 3, and everybody wants to start running their mouth and shit now, saying, see, I told you. Oh, put the ball in Kyrie's hand. Put the ball in Kyrie's hand. Shut the hell up. Luka been playing the same motherfucking way the whole playoff series. But anyway, so you get to Dallas, right? It reminds me of the series, like the year that Cleveland went, LeBron went on that crazy run. He knocked off the Wizards, knocked off the Nets with Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, all of them boys, and then he went through the Detroit Pistons. Nobody thought that Cleveland was going to get past the Detroit Pistons. Nobody in the world saw the Detroit Pistons losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We all thought it was going to be the Detroit Pistons versus the San Antonio Spurs. Period. Cleveland had no business in the finals, but they got hot. They got hot. You feel me? And the same thing happened with Dallas this season. They got hot. And for some reason, Minnesota, they just went cold. They couldn't stop nobody, and then they just went cold. They mainly went cold from the field. You know what I mean? And so they got to play the lesser, weaker opponent, because the better opponent for them would have been Minnesota or Denver. So let's keep it all the way 100. They didn't play nobody, especially the 3 rounds before. You know what I'm saying? So how we know if Jimmy Butler was healthy and Terry Rozier was healthy, they wasn't going home? Because keep in mind that last season they had first-team All-NBA Jason Tatum. They had second-team All-NBA Jaylen Brown. They had all-defensive team Derek White. They had all-defensive team, had the defensive player of the year Marcus Smart, and they had sixth man of the year Malcolm Brogdon. You feel me? Along with having Robert Woods and Al Horford. You understand? And they got sent home. And once again, I mentioned Tyler Hero did not play. You understand? But the boogeyman did. So they dodged all kind of bullets, man. 4 of them. You feel me? And he said it because he know it. He said that because he knows it. He knows deep down in his heart that they didn't play nobody and they're not going to get the credit. I know I can't give you too much credit. This is the easiest road to an NBA title. And listen, you're going to have to do it next year to solidify yourself. You're going to have to. You got to, bro. You feel me? Because next season, it ain't going to happen like this. You're not going to have Giannis and Dame out for the Bucks. You feel me? If they still playing together. You know what I mean? You're not going to Benedict Mathurin to be back. You know what I mean? You're going to, and Tyrese Halliburton, he might not miss 2 straight games. You understand? Jared Allen and Donovan Mitchell might not miss the game or the rest of the series or the whole series at that. You understand? Joel Embiid, well, that's my guy, but he might be hurt. You know what I mean? That's my guy, but he might be hurt. You feel me? But even still, you know what I mean? If we get better in the offseason, bring back Oubre, go out there, maybe possibly get a Jimmy or another player to add to our team, you know what I mean? We'll still be a major threat, even if something was to happen. But I don't think, you know what I mean? It's not going to be like that next year in the East. So you're not about to go out here and get lucky and have all these. We were deprived this year in the Eastern Conference. We were deprived of great competition in the Eastern Conference this postseason. You feel me? So they're going to have to, he said that because he knows it. Period, point blank, bro. So see, people think this is shade. This is facts. So Jimmy and Terry Rozier not playing don't mean nothing. Donovan Mitchell and Jerry Allen, that don't mean nothing. All that firepower that y'all got, you know what I mean? And y'all, even with Jimmy Butler and them playing, y'all still a better team. So with all that firepower that y'all got, these squads, they got to have everybody to beat y'all. I don't want to hear about no motherfucking Porzingis. Y'all was 21-4 this season without Porzingis, and 30-5 total, including playoffs. Come on, y'all don't need Porzingis to win, especially not to beat Dallas. If this was Denver or Minnesota, all right, yeah, cool. But it's not. And even so, I mean, he know this. That's why he said it. It is what it is, man. So, sticking with the NBA, moving on to the NBA Finals again. The game 4 is tonight. You got game 4 tonight. In Dallas, 8:30 p.m. on ABC. Man, are they gonna get a game tonight? Is Dallas gonna win the game tonight? Listen, are they gonna make it 3-1? I remember last series when it was I picked the Timberwolves to beat the Mavs. I picked the Timberwolves. Obviously, we do predictions and shit before the series starts. So I picked the Timberwolves in 7. You know what I mean? I said, the defense that they playing, you know what I mean? And how they shooting the ball and shit like that. They're going to take Dallas out in 7. Dallas ain't going to be, against Minnesota. I figured, they'll get a hot couple games, you feel me? And then extend the series or whatever the case may be. But when Dallas went up 3-0, I was just being realistic, going off the evidence that I had. I'm like, yeah, they're going to get swept. They're getting swept, you know what I mean? They're getting swept tonight. Minnesota getting swept. But they went out there and won. They went out there and won, you know what I mean? So, but that ain't going to happen tonight, though. It's over. It's over. You know what I mean? Unless you telling me, place a call PJ Washington and shit. Call all the others. You know what I mean? Tell them, hey, PJ, we got a game tonight. We got a game tonight. All right? Show up. You know what I'm saying? Gafford, hey, we hooping tonight, baby. We here. Pop up. Pop out. You know what I mean? Hey, Kyrie, hey, you didn't play the first 2 games. Not too well, but listen, you balled out the 3rd game. You balled out last game. Hey, we got another game tonight. You know what I'm saying? Luka, pick your motherfucking head up too, nigga. You know what I mean? You didn't have the best game last game. You understand? We got a game tonight. You know what I'm saying? So get everybody on the phone and call, let them know. And maybe they'll make something happen. And let them know they're at home too. They're not in, Boston. They're at home. You understand? But other than that, I think it's over with tonight. I think the Celtics are going to raise the banner or raise their trophy tonight. You know what I mean? Hoist the trophy. You know what I mean? And for the easiest NBA title ever in history. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is. But Dallas gets swept. But Luka, he gonna have to learn from this. You know what I mean? The rest of the team, they're gonna have to learn from this. You know what I'm saying? They might not get here again. You know what I mean? Remember when LeBron made that miraculous one in 07? Hell, he can get back to, when he went to Miami. You know what I mean? You don't just go on miraculous runs like that. You know what I mean? You don't just do that. You feel me? Now, like I said, even though he had Kyrie with him, he just wasn't in this series, he wasn't playing like Kyrie. You understand me? So I think they get swept tonight. I think they raise the trophy tonight, and then they'll hang their 18th banner, you know what I mean, when they get back to Boston. Or for next season or whatever, So it is what it is. Moving on, right? So I've been scrolling up Instagram as always, and I see something about the Detroit Pistons of 2004 and the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Who would win that matchup? You understand? Who would win that matchup? So this is what I always said before. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't have this podcast years ago, man. Just a couple years ago. You feel me? When we talk about, the Golden State Warriors 2017, that's like, they rate that team like the greatest of all time. It's Steph, Clay, KD, you know what I mean? Draymond, you know what I mean? Type Iggy, you feel me? So, and I said, it's only a select few of teams that can beat that Warrior team or give them some issues, you feel me? And I said, not the 98 Bulls. Not that's the first thing everybody wants to speak about. The 98 Bulls, you know what I mean? And I said, let me cover that. I said, no, because first of all, who gonna be running around with Steph? Who running around chasing Clay? Jordan gonna have to run around chasing. That's gonna take away from his offense. You know what I mean? It's gonna take away from that. You know what I'm saying? KD, Pip, whatever the case may be, He gonna get buckets, and Pippen is also gonna have some great defensive plays. You feel me? Rodman and Draymond, they might cancel each other out. Luke Longley, whoever, whatever the case may be. But I just said they don't have enough to beat the 2017 Golden State Warriors, because y'all main player is Michael Jordan, and he's going to have to run around and chase Steph or Clay the entire night, the whole night. He ain't resting on nobody. And he's not resting on no bums either. You feel me? So I said no. And then I cleared that up. And I was like, maybe the 2000 Lakers. You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm starting with Shaq. You will double. Kevon Looney is going to be guarding him. And that's a fucking nigga. He going to fry that nigga like ghetto chicken. You understand me? I'm talking extra fucking crispy. You understand me? Sauce and everything. Ranch, ketchup, whatever. Homemade sauce, all of that shit. So you're going to bring the double team, and I'm like, Kobe can slash to the rim. You got Derek Fisher knock down the three. Rick Fox, he can knock down the three, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And then I was like, the 04 Pistons. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, the 04 Pistons, they can do it all. They switch everything. So understand this, right? You got Chauncey Billups at the guard, Rip Hamilton at the 2, Tayshaun Prince at the 3, Rasheed Wallace at the 4, and Ben Wallace at the 5. So we know you got Steph, Clay, KD, Dre, and Kevon Looney. Well, one thing is this. The Detroit Pistons can switch everything. And they were switching everything. Even Ben Wallace was out there switching and guarding guards on the perimeter and all of that and making it uncomfortable for them. He's 6'9", he's big, you know what I'm saying? He's fast. He's physical, he's athletic, he's strong, you know what I'm saying? He can make it tough on you out there. And going to the rim, he can pin that shit to the fucking glass. He gave Shaq troubles in the 2004 NBA Finals. You understand? So when Chauncey is coming down here, bro, Chauncey, he gonna eat Steph lunch. He too small. He's way too small for Steph. I mean, for Chauncey. And he gonna beat that body up. You feel me? He gonna come down and post his little bitty ass up the entire game. Steph's not gonna be able to sit over in the corner on a PJ Tucker or nothing like that. Listen, he can't rest on Chauncey. He can't rest on Rip Hamilton. He can't rest on Tayshaun. He can't rest on Rasheed. Absolutely not him. He's not gonna rest on Ben Wallace. You know what I mean? So they're gonna play with Steph the whole game, and I think that's the mismatch right there. Now you can say, what about the other side of the ball? Chauncey got to guard him too. Well, they switching everything. They're gonna switch everything. You feel me? So, and Chauncey, he ain't calling for no screen. He not. He gonna wave motherfuckers off. You know what he do? He gonna post his little bitty ass up and do whatever he wants to do to him the entire game. You feel me? And then you think about Rip Hamilton, right? You're like, damn, well, shit, he got to guard Clay. Clay don't slow down. Keep in mind, Rip Hamilton doesn't slow down on defense either. He's chasing somebody, and he's also running around on offense. And he's scrappy, and he locking up. He playing defense on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the Warriors like to get open off those screens. Well, those screen plays, they're not going to be open like that because they're going to switch everything. That's what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You can't, man, listen. And so that, I think that cancels that out. You got Tayshaun and KD. Man, Tayshaun going to give KD a lot of problems. Tayshaun is 6'9". He long, he lengthy. His lateral movement is like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a fucking extreme. It's going to be a very, very nice battle, bro. And we know when KD gets somebody on him, that can operate like that and defensively and it can frustrate him. We've seen it. You feel me? And I think with the physicality of Tayshaun Prince, he ain't about to be out here dropping 30 a night. Because we've seen Tayshaun Prince guard guys with real handle. Not no dudes back in the 80s who ain't got no handle. We talking about guys with real handle. You feel what I'm saying? And do damage. You feel me? So I think that'd be a great matchup. He's most definitely going to slow Kevin Durant down. And then when we talk about Rasheed Wallace, right? Draymond, to me, Draymond don't want that. See, Draymond came in the league in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, right? 2012. keep in mind, bro, Draymond hasn't faced no all-time big man in their prime. He didn't see Amari Stoudemire. He didn't see prime Amari. He didn't see prime KG. Did he see prime Dwight? He did not. He didn't see prime Tim Duncan. You understand me? You feel me? So and we talking about guys like Rasheed Wallace, who was giving those type of guys buckets, some of the better defenders in the post. You feel me? He don't want that smoke with Rasheed. He got that high release. He's 6'10". He's going to back you down and get any shot he wants. And on top of that, he can stretch the floor too and operate from the high post or from the corner and do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Draymond, Draymond can't do what Rasheed Wallace does on the offensive end. So Rasheed ain't got too much to worry about with Draymond. You understand me? And then you talk about Ben Wallace and Looney. Ben Wallace gonna man him on the boards. He's gonna man him on the boards. That's how I feel. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. Looney ain't seen that type of power. This is a different breed of dudes. You understand me? And I'm gonna tell you right now, and we know that Golden State can hit a bunch of threes. We know this. But they get a lot of those open looks off of those screens. And they can make Steph Curry drive. They can. Because understand this. Him driving to the rim is not as effective as him shooting that three ball. And coming off them screens, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be wide open because, like I said, I keep saying they're going to switch everything. So I would rather Steph Curry and do a step back three all game, you know what I mean? Or try to drive to the rim all game, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going to hurt them versus the Detroit Pistons. They can get whatever they want offensively because they got the post game. You don't have nobody that can stop Rasheed Wallace. You don't have nobody that can stop Chauncey Billups. And like I said from the get-go, I swear to you, he's not calling for no screen if Steph Curry is guarding him. And even if they start Klay Thompson on him, he's going to call a screen and pick on Steph the whole game. And then if somebody does double, they can shoot it. Rasheed can shoot it. Rip Hamilton can shoot it. And Tayshaun can shoot it. Can they Golden State Warriors shoot it? No, they don't have to. As long as they playing defense like they play. That's the team that could beat the Detroit, the Golden State Warriors. I said this before, and I would pick them in 7 games. No matter where it is. No matter where it is. You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah, I take them in 7 games. I'm about to say 6 games. I take them in 7 games. Even if it's out there in the Bay. You know what I mean? People, trust me, people have won game 7s out there in the Bay before. We know who done that. Okay. You know what I mean? But I definitely think, you know what I'm saying, that the Detroit Pistons could get them. And if Jordan is watching right now, I'm pretty sure he is. You know what I mean? He going to want to come on here and relive this. And we could talk about this. You feel me? You know what I mean? We could talk about this. I know he going to say what he say, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They only did this. Okay, cool. We'll talk about that when we get back on here on Monday. You feel me? Because I know he's going to see it. So that's my opinion on it, though. I got the 2004 Detroit Pistons beating the 2017 Golden State Warriors in 7 games because of the defense that they're going to apply. You understand? Them being able to slow down those guys because, like I said, they get most of their buckets on. They don't have no post-game work. Ain't nobody just operating in the post like that. So that's not going to be a factor. And they strap up on the perimeter. They do. So that's who I'm rocking with. Period, point blank. So transitioning to the NFL, the greatest sport in the world. The greatest sport in the world. Peep this. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence have reached an agreement on a 5-year, $275 million extension, including $200 million guaranteed and $142 million at the time of signing. Is Trevor Lawrence worth this type of money? God damn. $275 million, bro. Listen, man, listen. And I know it's like this. I know the money is like this because of, the CBA, they get, the salary cap went up 30 million. The salary cap went up 30 million. TV deals, all of that shit, right? But I just feel like just because we got more money, that doesn't mean that you get more money. Because understand this, you know how it's just like at home, right? The parents then got to upgrade at their job. Maybe they got a upgrade in pay, or they got a new job, whatever the case may be, and they making more money. So they're able to get the kids the J's, you know what I mean? They're able to grab the kids, you know what I mean? Nice clothes, all of that shit. Phones, you know what I mean? They're able to do that. But your grades is still your grades. And if your grades haven't upgraded, why should I continue to upgrade you? So what I'm saying is, just because we got more money, why should I give you more money if your grades haven't went up? They ain't been to a conference championship or nothing. This type of money right here, dog, it's like, we gonna win a Super Bowl with him. You fucking right. We are going to win a Super Bowl with him. And in my eyes, bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. It's only a select few of guys that really, if you really deserve that type of money. That's Pat Mahomes. Obviously, we know what he do. I think Joe Burrow deserved that type of money. He already got paid, but I'm just saying, him, you understand? Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? When he was doing what he do, you feel me? Maybe not right now because he's older, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, when he was in his doing what he was doing, he deserved that type of money. Those are the elite throwers of the football. You feel me? Those guys deserve the $200 million guaranteed. You understand? So that means when he signed his name, as soon as he signed his name on that dotted line, boom, they were $142 million in his pocket, in his bank account. Hey, man, I guess, to them, he's worth it. Obviously, they paid him. Or it could be, it's hard to find a quarterback out here. It's hard. He's due for an extension. And being that it is more money now, shit, if they were you're not going to let him, you're not going to let him play on last year of his deal. You understand? You're not going to do that. Because now you're showing them, we might franchise tag you. Now that's going to cause some bullshit. So it could be that too. So, but $275 million? Nah, bro. Not to me. Not to me. Like, I feel like they might be going off of them being down 27-0 against who was that? The Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Against the Chargers and shit. Maybe looking at that, they was down 27-0 half. They came back and won 31-27. Maybe they seen potential there. You know what I mean? But they ain't the same team. Calvin Ridley gone. He gone. You know what I mean? But $275 million to Trevor Lawrence, bro. That's a steep price that me personally, I would not be willing to pay. But if I had to, and I was in that situation, probably like they was, shit, here it is, motherfucker. Here it is, bro. But I just think it's only a select few people that deserve that type of money because they're the elite of the elite throwers of the football. You know what I mean? Those are guys like, yeah, bro. Hell no. Fuck that. So, sticking with the NFL, man, we got to talk about, man, the team that I despise. You know what I mean? I don't, I much respect to them. You know what I mean? They doing their thing, you know what I mean? But the Kansas City Chiefs, they received their third Super Bowl ring. You feel me? Will they be the first NFL franchise to three-peat? Hey, man, it's hard to say no when you got Pat Mahomes out there, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, nicknamed Spags, you feel me? He's remarkable on defense, coming up with defensive schemes. Andy Reid is remarkable at drawing plays, scheming plays, scheming people open. You got the run game with Isaiah Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? You got the defense that just clamps down, and they play. They see a different Chiefs defense in the playoffs, bro. That's that championship DNA, that championship mentality. You feel me? The NFL been around over 100 years, and this has never been done. It's never been done. Nobody has ever won, you know what I'm saying, 3 titles in a row. Not Brady, not Manning, not Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? But if it's one guy that could do it, it's Pat Mahomes. You feel me? Now, I've been quiet about my team, my Philadelphia Eagles. I've been quiet because last year it didn't end so well. We started off 10-1, you understand? And, Jalen Hurts playing, doing the hero ball shit, you know what I mean? Doing the hero ball shit, and they make him look good. It's cool. Oh, he made this play at the end of the game. Oh, my God, Jalen. But if you can't stop nobody on defense, ain't nothing about to pop. And on top of that, everything comes out at the end of the season. Him, offensive coordinator Brian Johnson, wasn't seeing eye to eye on how he was calling the game, and I could see why. He was fucking terrible, which is why he was fired. You feel me? So I'm gonna keep, so that was a new offensive coordinator for us that year. Now we got a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator again, and Kellen Moore on the offensive side and Vic Fangio on the defensive side. And it's a brand new offense for my Philadelphia Eagles. It's a 95%. That's what it's a 95% new offense. 95%. So, and this is a brand new defense. You know what I mean? He's doing shit differently. So I don't want to come out here and say, no, we going to beat them. We going to knock them off. You understand? Because I got to see how we going to play the first few weeks of the season. But there is a team called the San Francisco 49ers or, you know what I mean, possibly a Detroit Lion team that can stun the Kansas City Chiefs because they've gotten better in the offseason as well. Now is Jared Goff Pat Mahomes? Hell no, you're not. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying the toughness. That's when it comes to the Lions. I talk about their toughness all the time, bro. With Dan Campbell, he brought that toughness to that team. The will to have hard work, dedication, and just get better every single day, all the time. You understand? And that's what they do. So, do I think they could three-peat? I think they could because you do, like I said, I named, Pat, Trav, the defensive side of the ball. You still got Chris Jones out there. Now, they don't have L'Jarius Sneed no more, but I think, they'll be fine without that. You know what I mean? But I don't think they are because they've been the hunted. But they're hunted even more now, and other teams are getting better. You know what I mean? And not to say they haven't either. They picked up Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy in the draft, 2-4-2 guys. I know they're going to try to have, be taking the top off, shit like that. And I think, you know what I mean? I think they get close, but I don't think they're going to three-peat this year. I think it's going to be too hard, bro. Too hard because they are really like, they've been the hunted, bro. You know what I mean? But it's maximized even more now. You know what I'm saying? To get 3 in a row. So we shall see. We shall see, bro. I don't put nothing past Pat Mahomes, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope it don't happen. What day they say? Hope you don't get it. Hope you don't get it. Hope you don't hit it. I hope you don't get it. He ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it. Hope you don't get it. I hope they don't get it. You feel me? I want it to be my team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be the Ravens because I don't want to hear Jordan motherfucking mouth. And I don't want it to be the motherfucking 49ers because I don't want to hear Twan mouth. You know what I mean? My guy E that's probably watching right now, you ain't got to worry about that, bro. The coach ain't even getting to the playoffs, so you'll be fine. Y'all ain't making the playoffs at all whatsoever, so it's not going to be 2 teams in the AFC South that make the playoffs. You feel me? Hell, the Jaguars ain't even going to make the playoffs. They gave this man $275 million, $200 million guaranteed. They ain't even making the fucking playoffs. You feel me? So y'all definitely ain't making the playoffs either. You understand? So that's where I'm at with that. You know what I mean? So listen, I just wanted to holler at y'all. It's Friday, June 14th. Tomorrow's Saturday. We got the big fight. You know what I mean? We got Benavidez fighting Alexander. We got Frank Morton and Tank Davis. They fighting tomorrow night, so you know we're going to be on that. You know what I'm saying? We talking about that as well, you feel me? I'm peeping it out for damn sure, you feel me? Got the NBA Finals tonight, 8:30 on ABC. And so listen, man, for the ones that's watching right now, appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Appreciate y'all, man. My nigga E, I know you out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching on YouTube right now, you know, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget, subscribe, tell your friends, tell a friend, tell a homeboy, tell a sports junkie like me, you know what I mean? And we talking that good shit on here, you understand me? If you're listening on Apple, Google, or Spotify, once again, I thank you and I appreciate you. So listen, man, we're going to get up out of here. Happy Friday. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. That's our show for the day, and I'm gone.